The X-Men Special Guest Star Issue. Submariner joins the evil mutants. Also featuring Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch. X-Men, the most unusual teenagers of all time. Submariner joins the evil mutants. Even superior mutants with supernatural powers have to eat dinner the same as we. And that's where our story begins, in the dining hall of the mysterious building which houses the X-Men. Hold it, Hank. You know our rule. No reaching across the table for anything. This is the first time I've seen Cyclops smile in months. Old Scott should do it more often. It was a delicious meal, Jean. Thank you for helping out on the cook's day off. I was glad to do it, Professor. Ow! Is it imperative that you resort to such drastic measures just to emphasize a point, Scott? While no one's looking, I'll use my icing power to make some pie a la mode. Written with the flair of Stan Lee, drawn with the air of Jack Kirby, inked with the care of Chick Stone, lettered on a dare by S. Rosen. Boy, if there's one thing I like better than pie and ice cream, it's more pie and ice cream. I'll just shut my eyes and enjoy every last... Hey! Some wise guy's gonna get a fistful of knuckles if... Jean? What's going on? Bobby Drake, you know how Professor X feels about table manners. Next time use your fork. Gosh, Professor. Sometimes when I listen to all the kidding around, it's hard to believe we're really a group of Homo superior mutants. It's natural for you to feel that way, Warren. After all, except for the fact that each of us possesses a unique superpower, we're no different from ordinary Homo sapiens. I wonder if there are many more mutants living among us whom we don't suspect. I believe there are, Jean. In fact, that's our mission, to locate them before they are found by the evil mutants. So much has been written about Prince Namor, the Submariner, lately. I wonder if he, too, might not be a mutant. Where is Submariner? Coast Guard patrols keep constant sea watch. If he is, what a powerful ally he would be for the X-Men. And what a dangerous foe he would be if he joined Magneto's evil mutants. We cannot chance it. We must find Submariner. As fate would have it, at that very moment, on an uncharted isle far out to sea, we could delay no longer. Submariner must be found. But he's too strong, Master. What if he won't obey you? Silence, Toad. Have you forgotten my power? He shall obey Magneto. So far, the X-Men have foiled me at every turn. But with the Submariner serving me, I'll defeat them once and for all. I shall choose my most awesome weapon. Namor will have to yield to me. Suddenly, incredibly, one of the most feared of all the X-Men appears in Magneto's doorway. It's Cyclops! Run, Master! He's raising his visor! Ha! I'll blast him to smithereens first. The ray went right through him. What new power has the accursed teenager developed? With nothing to check it, Magneto's mighty ray travels through the Great Hall, past the mutant called Mastermind, who recoils just in time. But another of Magneto's allies, seeing the deadly ray, has but one thought in mind: to make sure it doesn't strike his sister. And so, the super swift Quicksilver suddenly streaks through the castle. "Wanda! I've got to reach Wanda!" And then, a split second before the ray can touch her, Quicksilver hurls the Scarlet Witch to safety. "Pietro! You saved me." "What was it, Pietro? Are the X-Men attacking us again? How did they find us? Where is Magneto?" "I do not know, Wanda. But whoever dared do this thing will pay for it. I have pledged my life to guard you, my sister." But, reaching Magneto, the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver find, "I was just practicing my illusions, Magneto. I meant no harm. Oh! This magnetic power blast is only a small sample of what I'll do if you ever again dare to practice one of your illusions on me." Thank heavens it was only an accident. The X-Men aren't attacking us. The X-Men. That reminds me. I've got to find Submariner before they do. Stay back. Now. All of you. Thus, the leader of the evil mutants, whose brain power is second only to that of Professor X, transforms all his vast mental energy into an illusionary figure of himself and sends it forth. "Now, while my body remains here, my mind shall go forth, unhampered, to seek the mutant Sea Prince." And at Professor Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, in the top secret danger room. Well done, Hank. Though we call you the Beast, your skill and agility far exceed that of any member of the animal kingdom. Of course, sir. In all fairness to our four-footed friends, they never had you for a teacher. All of you, continue with your practice until the bell rings. I shall return shortly. Cyclops will keep us on our toes as usual, sir. We've plenty of tests to keep us busy while you're gone, Professor. I think I'm finally getting my power beam under my complete control. Now I'll try this with my eyes shut. Then, in the seclusion of his study, the man with the mightiest brain on Earth prepares to search for Submariner, even as his archfoe Magneto is doing. If only my physical body were as free as my mental image. But even the great mutant power of my brain is not enough to cure my helpless flesh and blood legs. Because it is a projection of his mind which is traveling, it can survive as easily under the sea as in the air. And so, the dramatic search begins. If he is anywhere in this area, I should be able to sense his presence. But before very long, I do sense another presence, but it is an evil one, coming closer and closer. It is Magneto. It could be no other. He too must be seeking Prince Namor, but I shall not let him find me here. When next we meet, it shall be at a time of my own choosing. I'll return to my study and let Magneto finish my quest for me. A short time later, little dreaming that Professor X knows of his presence, Magneto appears. I'm getting closer to Submariner. I can feel it. When I find him, I must be extremely cautious. His power may even be the equal of mine. I must never permit him to challenge my superiority. Finally, guided by the extrasensory perception of his mutant brain, Magneto sights his objective. A regal castle under the sea. I found the Submariner. There he is. But never have I seen such anger, such inhuman rage. Again the Fantastic Four have defeated me. Again the girl I love has spurned me. Though I am Prince of the Deep, Monarch of the Sea, my titles are hollow. My kingdom is empty and meaningless. Fantastic Four number 27. Editor. What does my castle mean? What use is my crown to me? Though my power is almost without limit, I live here, like an exile. The humans have taken from me everything I held most dear. Because of them, my people have deserted me. Only you, a handful of loyal followers, remain. Begone! The very sight of you reminds me of my bygone days of glory. But those days will return again. And when they do, Prince Namor shall rule both the sea and the land. Everything that lives on Earth shall pay me homage. His anger is too great. I shall not approach him yet. Instead, I'll get another to do my bidding. I detect a presence behind me, so filled with evil, it chills my blood. Who? What are you? I am Magneto. That is all you need know. I am here to give you power beyond your wildest dreams. I have chosen well. I can sense the greed and the envy in this man's heart. He is perfect. How would you like to replace Prince Namor as ruler of Atlantis? Me? How? Just do as I say. Give the Submariner a message from me. Repeat it exactly as I tell you to. Why should I trust you? What kind of message? It is a message that will make Submariner leave here to join me. And with him gone, a clever man might easily steal power. Meanwhile, back at his headquarters, Professor X comes out of his trance. Gather round me, my X-Men. We are about to begin a new mission. Oh boy, at last! Unknown to Magneto, I have been mentally following him. He has located the Submariner and is trying to make him an ally. Even now, Magneto is returning to his hidden isle to await Prince Namor's answer. But how do you know where Magneto's isle is, sir? Some days ago, a freighter in the North Atlantic reported that its compass seemed to have gone mad. I investigated the report. Later, the ship sighted a mysterious isle with a huge magnetic device emitting strange rays. And then, before the crew could be sure they weren't dreaming or having a mass hallucination, the entire freighter seemed to be lifted by an irresistible magnetic force, and was finally put down 50 miles south of Bermuda. I surmise it wasn't difficult for you to put two and two together, Professor. Not at all, Hank. And now, we're going to charter a sailboat and take a little cruise. And if we happen to find Magneto's Isle at the same time, we'll try not to be too surprised. A short time later, the strangest crew ever to man a sailing vessel takes to sea, and after a few hours... Still no sign of land from here, Professor. Return to the ship, Angel. Our TV camera can see a greater distance than the Angel can. Lift it as high as possible by your telekinetic power, Jean. Yes, sir. No luck, Professor. The remote-controlled TV screen still shows no trace of an island. Very well, then. Hank, you may retrieve the camera for us. I'd be delighted, sir. I've been perfecting this maneuver for days now. Beast, look out! The rope is frayed. It's splitting. Correction. It's split. I'll get you, Hank. Oh, I can't hold you. Too heavy. Leave it to me, Jean. Nothing like a nice, soft, mushy pile of snow for a fella to land in. Lucky Marvel Girl was able to hold Hank long enough for you to whip that snow up, Bobby. Here's the Professor's camera, Jean. Somewhat the worse for wear. Next time, knock off the grandstand plays, Hank. A camera like that costs money. What a come down. I thought you were worried about me. Are you sure we're on the right course, sir? Or could Magneto have set up some sort of screen which conceals his isle? No screen can prevent me from sensing his presence. Our course is true. We'll find him yet. Meanwhile, at the Submariner's undersea castle, the seeds which Magneto planted begin to bear fruit. By your leave, sire, there is one man who could help you in your battle with mankind. Ha! Prince Namor needs no help from any man. But he is no mere human, my prince. He is a mutant, one of the most powerful on Earth, the same as you are. A mutant? Why has that thought never occurred to me before? His name is Magneto, and he hates the humans as much as you do. I can tell you where to find him, sire. The last time I took an ally, I regretted it. But if Magneto is a fellow mutant... Avengers number 3, The Hulk and Submariner, Editor. And so, within minutes, a sleek, undersea racer heads for Magneto's Isle. I must see this fellow mutant for myself. I must learn what his power is. A short time later, Magneto's Isle is indeed well hidden. Even with directions, it was hard to find. Submariner, I knew you'd come. I am Magneto. This is my island. Silence! None speak in the presence of royalty without first being recognized. Before we talk, I shall scout this isle and make sure I have not entered some sort of hidden trap. All I heard about him is true. He is every inch a monarch, and he's sure of his strength. But I must find a way to influence him, to control him. Ah, you are what I need. Once he sets his eyes on the Scarlet Witch, he'll be putty in our hands. Let my sister go, Magneto, or by thunder I'll... She's in no danger, Quicksilver. I merely want her to meet someone. It's all right, Pietro. We must trust Magneto. We both owe him our lives. X-Men number 4, Editor. How noble he looks. How slim, yet muscular. He's fascinating. Everything on this aisle is powered by magnetism. Why would someone so fine, so masterful, want to ally himself with the evil Magneto? Well, it is not for me to question. I'll approach him, tap him on the shoulder, and then... Oh no, I carelessly made a gesture. It will cause my hex power to operate. Submariner, look out! A burst of high voltage electricity. He's ripping out the cable wires which I accidentally hexed with his bare hand. Wanda, what happened? It's alright, Pietro. Prince Namor was subjected to a deadly amount of electricity, and it did no more than jolt him. You were the cause of that? Yes, but I did not mean it. Sometimes my hex power gets out of hand. I am the Scarlet Witch, and this is my brother, Quicksilver. I still do not trust him, Wanda. So that's the famous Submariner. He's just a man in swim trunks. What a disappointment. See the wings on his feet? How small they are. Of what use can they be? Fools. His strength is that of 100 humans. He has no need of costume or weapons. With such an ally beside me, I could conquer the world. Then, at that very split second, a flashing, flying form swoops past the startled group of mutants. Look! It's the Angel! That means the X-Men are here! They found us! Silence! Don't panic! If the X-Men attack us, it will be their greatest blunder. Here on my home grounds, I cannot be defeated. Magneto, I have a message from Professor X. It concerns the Submariner. It is too late for messages, Angel. I know what your accursed professor is up to, but I found Namor first. Here is a message for X, if you live to deliver it. Tell him of my power. He's magnetized the boulders near him, hurling them at me like missiles. It's lucky the professor spent so many long hours on my agility and obstacle dodging practice. Stand aside, Magneto. You make good use of your magnetic talent, but let the Submariner show you what real power is. Magneto, shall I? No. Let us see what Namor can do. You fly well, stripling, but the Submariner's winged feet are a match for any airborne foe. Guess again, Namor. I can outmaneuver you in the air without half trying. Perhaps you can, but what good is maneuverability when it is pitted against strength such as mine? There, arrogant one. Of what use are your wings now? Now when I can hurl you so far and so fast that they flatten helplessly against your side. A short distance away, an alarm is sounded. Hank, Angel is headed this way. He needs help. He's coming like a bullet. But don't worry, I'll retard his progress. Good work, Nature Boy. Here's a little assist from Iceman to keep you from landing too hard. Freezing on impact. The spray of ice which Bobby Drake hurled upwards towards his two partners becomes a makeshift slide, enabling them to reach the ship safely. Sorry I don't have time to send you a sled, fellas, but I guess you'll forgive me. That was quick thinking, Hank. The professor was pleased. Speaking of the professor, He wants Angel to report to him at once. And so, you were right, sir. Submariner is on the Isle with Magneto. That's what I feared. We may already be too late. What's our next move, Professor? We can't waste a minute. We've got to hit them fast. Hit them hard. Prepare for action, my X-Men. But knowing the power of the X-Men, Magneto too prepares to attack, as the largest magnet on Earth is zeroed in on the X-Men's ship. Subjected to a force against which there is no defense, the sturdy ship is torn apart in seconds. Abandoned ship! The Professor! Where is the Professor? Hang on, sir. I'll get you. Somehow. Don't worry about me, Hank. Make sure the others are safe. Don't worry, sir. With the training you gave us, we'll all be safe. I'll just tread water this way to hold you up till help comes. Have no fear, beastie dear. Help is here. I'll make an icy platform to get us to Magneto's Isle. Magneto will have only himself to blame for what happens now. Minutes later, unarmed but unafraid, the valiant band of X-Men approaches the most dangerous isle on the face of the Earth. Heads up. We're almost there. Suddenly, hold it. Where did this wall of spine roots come from? It wasn't here before. Beats me, Scotty. It'll take us forever to hack our way through them. But then, the clear, commanding voice of Professor X rings out. It will take less time than you suspect. Without stopping, walk straight into the spine roots. You first, Cyclops. Yes, sir. If you say so. Wait for me, partner. Hey. There's nothing here. We should have guessed, Warren. The Professor caught on immediately. It was just an illusion. Another device of masterminds to slow us up. But we made it. And there's Magneto's giant magnet. That must be what wrecked our ship. I'll smash it with my power beam. But before Cyclops can climb to the main control platform, only your blinding speed can stop him now. Do not fail, Quicksilver. And in the space of one single heartbeat, I seem to hear something behind me, like the ominous hum of an onrushing hurricane. And then, it's impossible. No one can attack with such blinding speed. Quicksilver can. You were fools to attack us. Our strength is far greater than yours. It is? Then why are you frantically dodging my power blast? Because I know you'll exhaust your energy in a few more seconds, and then you'll be helpless. Correction, Quicksilver. No X-Men is ever helpless. Not while another X-Man lives. Good work, Marvel Girl. Just hold him there for a few more seconds, and then the others will take over. By the time Marvel Girl begins to release her telekinetic hold on Quicksilver, the once lightning-swift mutant is stunned and dizzy. Grab him, Angel. He'll be too groggy to resist for a while. Capturing Quicksilver was no mean feat, honey. Let him drop. I'll catch him. Magneto, you must do something. They've caught my brother. They have Pietro. It will do them no good. They won't have a chance when I turn the full force of my magnet against them. No, you can't. My brother is with them. Stop your sniveling. I make the decisions here. Abide by them, or suffer the same fate yourself. But before Magneto can make another move, a silent, powerful figure, with muscles like steel bands, brushes past him, seizing the elaborate control bank in one effortless motion. Namor, stand back. Even you are not strong enough to defy Magneto. I am the Submariner. I ally myself with no one who speaks to a female as you do. So be it. I see we can never fight side by side. But those who do not serve me are my enemies. And this is how I treat them. He's magnetically hurling the metal machine parts at me. I can't shake these metal pieces off me. He's pressing them tighter and tighter. Mentally. I realize now that I misjudged you. All you possess is brute strength. My power is much greater, for it is the universal power of magnetism. But at that moment, a sudden blast rocks the chamber, jolting Magneto and his two evil henchmen, as the very aisle seems to quiver with the force of the blast. And then, before the evil mutants regain their balance, you were right on target, Cyclops. One thing about you, Scotty, you sure know how to make an entrance. Quick, rush them before they recover themselves. Magneto has fled. We're alone. Quick, Mastermind, save us from the X-Men. I've gotta act fast, before he gets me with that accursed beam of his. Good. The other X-Men are at his side now. This is our only chance. A hypnotic illusion which cannot fail. Where did this sudden fog come from? It wasn't here a second ago. It's one of Mastermind's illusions. It has to be. Illusion or not, we can't see. I've got an idea, gang. Even though we can't see them, we can always try to freeze them out. Watch this. Quick! Through this iron door before you're frozen into immobility. Those blasted teenagers won't ever stay beaten. Scarlet Witch, hurry! I've gotta seal this door. No, I won't leave without my brother. I can't desert Pietro. Have it your way then. My safety is all that matters. Only through my leadership can Homo Superior take over the Earth. We don't need her, Master. Her loyalty to you isn't as great as mine. Loyalty. Ha! I rule by fear alone. Meanwhile, hearing the iron door shut, Iceman defrosts the chamber. And, as the illusionary fog fades away, careful! We're locked in here with Submariner and the Scarlet Witch. What do we do now? Keep calm. We've gotta play this by ear. What have you done with Quicksilver? I demand that you release him. You're in no position to impose demands on us. With Magneto gone, these pieces of metal are no longer magnetized to my body. And now, the Submariner commands you to obey the female. Set Quicksilver free. Look, you piscatorial pirate. You may be Mr. Big when you're in the briny deep, but your imperial idiosyncrasies don't impress the X-Men. Fool. It will take more than a fancy vocabulary to stop Prince Namor. And I've got more. I also possess speed and agility, which far exceed your own. But what good are they? against the strength of the Sea Lord. Even your bestial attack cannot affect one whose body is able to withstand the indescribable pressures at the very bottom of the sea. Now are you convinced that Namor the First, Prince of Atlantis, Emperor of the Deep, Lord of the Seven Seas, is completely invincible? No. As far as I'm concerned, Namor, you've only managed to prove that you love the sound of your own voice. The Beast is doing his best, but Namor is too much for him. Let's go, Cyclops. Not yet, Angel. He can't be beaten by a simple frontal attack. We need a plan. Okay. You stay and make plans. I'm gonna help our barefoot buddy. Oh! Ha! I was expecting you to try that. This'll clip your wings, Angel. We can delay no longer. Now both the Beast and Angel are in danger. Alright, Submariner. If brute force is all you understand, the X-Men have enough to satisfy you. Now back away. It's our turn to attack. Surrender, Namor. You can't escape my power beam. Do your worst, Cyclops. Unlike my strength, your power blast will soon subside, and I'll finish this charade. Don't underestimate me, Namor. Don't make me use my full intensity. This is your last chance. Namor tried to help me. I must return the favor. I'll use my hex power on the fearless X-Man. No sooner does the Scarlet Witch unleash her uncanny hex then the very stones suddenly loosen under Cyclops' feet. And... What? I lost my balance! You had your chance, Cyclops. But now, before you can recover yourself, you'll feel the mighty wrath of Namor. Halt! Louder than any human outcry, the irresistible mental command of the man who suddenly enters stops everyone in their tracks, as all heads turn towards Professor X. There is no need to continue your battle. Quicksilver has not been harmed, as you can see. But why is he so motionless? So still? Why are his eyes so lacking in expression? He is under my mental control. No, you must not do this dreadful thing. Release his brain. Let him be as he was. I shall. You have nothing to fear. My fight is not with you, nor with Namor. Magneto is the real enemy. All of you are but pawns. Pawns? Who dares call the Submariner a pawn? Protect yourselves, X-Men. We'll see which of us are the pawns. No, Namor. Please. Not until Quicksilver is himself again. Not until Professor X releases his mental control. Touch Professor X, and the ocean won't be big enough to hide you, Namor. Marvel Girl, push the Professor to safety. We'll stop Namor. Stand fast, my X-Men. The Submariner is no murderer. He will not strike if we don't provoke him. And now, I shall release Quicksilver. I must keep my mind unfettered, in readiness for the bigger battle with Magneto. Magneto? What has happened to him? Where has he gone? What will he do about Pietro and me? I feel as though I've been asleep. My head feels numb, dazed. Ha! I was a fool to have come here. The Submariner needs no alliances. All surface men are my enemies, whether mutant or not. I shall return to the deep, where I belong. When next I return, it shall be to take my rightful place as conqueror of the air breathers, reclaimer of the surface world, for the ancient empire of Atlantis. Professor, he's escaping. Let him go. So long as he does not join Magneto's mutants, we have won. He can never truly be one of us. His allegiance is to Atlantis. Ours is to the human race. Not since I lost my heart to Sue Storm have I seen such a beauty as the Scarlet Witch. But I dare not love another surface female. I dare not become vulnerable again. Meantime, Magneto, Mastermind, and the Toad reach the giant magnetic dynamo, which only the leader of the evil mutants has the power to operate. So, Namor dared to challenge me, did he? Well, any mutant who isn't my ally becomes my mortal enemy. I must make certain he can never join the accursed X-Men. He must be smashed, once and for all. Be careful, Mastermind. The X-Men are still at large, and we've lost Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch. How little you know. Once Namor is destroyed, the X-Men will be next. And then Quicksilver and his sister will rejoin us. There is no way to leave Magneto's mutants, except by death. Now be silent. I want to enjoy Namor's defeat. Seconds later, as the Sea Prince appears on the giant magnet's viewfinder, Magneto activates the mighty machine, and then... I'm being rocked by an invisible force, more powerful than anything I've ever felt, coming from that peak. It's Magneto, operating his monstrous magnet. I must fight it. I cannot be beaten now. It's forcing me to the ground, crushing me down. Down. I've only one chance. One way to strike back. Flexing his more than human muscles until they stand out like taut steel bands, the Submariner smashes his two mighty fists down into the ground with a force beyond the power of human understanding. So shattering is the impact that it causes the entire aisle to quiver as the gigantic magnet pitches forward, shaken loose from its rocky foundation. Without a word, without a backward glance, the awesome Namor rises and slowly, imperiously, approaches the sea. Then, with one breathtaking dive, the ruler of the deep returns to his domain. The ocean depths have claimed their own. As for Magneto, never before has such anger, such livid rage, been seen on the face of the evil mutant. We've lost. Namor beat us. Silence. No one beats Magneto. He merely escaped my vengeance for the present. Toad, into the Magno ship. Hop, you brainless gargoyle. Within seconds, Magneto's ship, with the trembling Toad at the controls, raises the two mutants magnetically. But what about Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch? They're coming now, in response to my mental command. Look, our prisoners are escaping. I allowed it. Until they join us of their own free will, they would be useless to us. Someday, we must learn what mysterious hold Magneto has over them. I'm glad to see them go. That witch is much too attractive. Know something, Genie? So are you. Help me hoist the sails of Magneto's boat, my frigid friend. Sure, everyone yaks, and I end up doing the work. Next issue, a startling change occurs in the lives of the X-Men. Don't dare miss it, or we'll tell the professor. In X-Men Extra, special pinup page, Cyclops. Sincerely yours, Scott Summers.